What's up, my Net Soldiers? I'm the Net Alliance, and today we're asked the question, what if Luke Skywalker stayed on Dagobah with Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back? Now, before I jump right into this, let me just state that this theory is just my pure opinion. And honestly, it wouldn't change that much in terms of story. Give or take a few things. You'll see what I mean in just a bit. But I will try my best to give a compelling narrative that seems to make sense. But as with all my videos, let me know what you think would happen in the comments below. So let's set up the scenario like in the film. Luke learns that his friends are in trouble and prepares the X-Wing. Yoda tells Luke not to go, for he has not completed his training and wouldn't stand a chance against Vader. But I have to save my friends, Luke says, packing his bags. Yoda looks at Luke.
Die, you will. Open your eyes, you must.
In Luke's mind, he knew Yoda was right, but in his heart, he knew he had to save his friends. I don't have a choice, Yoda. Yoda looked at Luke.
Always a choice, there is.
Yoda then explained to Luke that Vader must be stopped, and Luke may be the only hope. He tells Luke that if he goes, he may save his friends, but what if he doesn't? Then they all die and the galaxy is pretty much screwed. Luke took a moment to contemplate the situation. To him, his friends were in danger, but Yoda was right. The entire galaxy was counting on him, and he couldn't let them down, even if that meant letting his friends down. Luke turned to Yoda. You're right, Yoda. This is bigger than me now. Yoda nodded in agreement.
Good. Then continue training, we shall.
Now from this point, like I said in the beginning of the video, the story wouldn't actually change much. Han Solo would still be frozen in carbonite and sold to Jabba the Hutt, and Chewie, Leia, and the others would still escape Cloud City. The only true differences are Luke doesn't fight Vader and he doesn't lose his hand and the lightsaber. However, I feel there is one super important thing that many YouTubers either don't think about when they do this topic or they just don't include. The massive change is that Luke never finds out that Darth Vader is his father. And as we know, this is a crucial plot point that affects Luke's character and his future. Now sure, we could infer that Yoda would eventually tell Luke, but in my opinion, I don't think he would. And honestly, if I was Yoda, I probably wouldn't tell him either. Because think about it, if Luke continued to see Vader as an evil being, he will train harder to defeat him and essentially kill him. But as soon as Luke would be told the truth, everything would become so much more complicated, as we've seen in the movies. You see, Luke wasn't training to kill Vader, he was training to turn him back to the light side. But if Luke was actually trying to kill Vader, he may actually succeed, for he wouldn't have that emotional connection with the fallen Jedi. So in this story, neither Yoda or Obi-Wan tell Luke the truth. From here, Luke would stay and train with Yoda on Dagobah until he finished his training. The problem is, we don't exactly know how long it would take for Luke to finish his training, but we could assume that since Return of the Jedi is 1 year after The Empire Strikes Back, and Yoda died of old age in the 6th film, Luke could have a whole year to prepare to face Darth Vader. So after Luke completed his training, I would expect that he would catch up with his old friends after leaving Dagobah. I feel they would still save Han, but Luke and Leia would still be a little friendly, if you know what I mean, since they don't know their siblings. But of course, she would still choose Han because, you know, Luke is still preparing to face Vader. So I don't think a relationship would really even blossom between Luke and Leia, which is a good thing then. So the story would go the same as it did in the end of Return of the Jedi. But I feel Luke would be even stronger than the movies. Or at least it would seem that way. Because think of how powerful Luke was in Return of the Jedi. And he hadn't even finished all of his Jedi training. So imagine if he actually did. He would be super powerful, even stronger than Vader. So the time would come when Luke and Vader would finally face off. They would begin their battle, both striking and defending from each other's blades.
Impressive, young Jedi.
Luke kept his composure. It's time you paid for all the people you killed, Darth. Vader and Luke continued to fight upon the Superstar Destroyer as the Emperor watched.
You have anger, Luke. Use it.
Luke remains calm, just like Yoda taught him, and continues the battle of the Sith Lord.
Obi-Wan never told you the truth about your father,
Vader said, force pushing Luke back 10 feet. Luke managed to regain his composure. He told me enough. He told me you killed him. Vader stood tall.
No, Luke. I am your father.
Luke was stunned to hear the truth.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Luke said no, but the Force told him yes. He disengaged his lightsaber and fell to his knees in sorrow. Vader walked to his son's side.
The Jedi have lied to you, Luke. What else may they be lying about?
Luke kept his head down as he rose to his feet, saying nothing.
Join us, Luke. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy.
Palpatine walked towards the Skywalkers.
There may only be two, Vader.
Luke opened his eyes and nodded to Vader, then looked towards the Emperor. There will be. Luke ignited his lightsaber as Palpatine fired his Force lightning at him. The young Jedi managed to block the lightning as Vader jumped into action, catching Sidious off guard.
Now, I am the master.
Vader claimed, cleaving his blade onto Palpatine's neck. Palpatine's head and body fell to the floor as Vader walked to his son's side.
Feel the dark side, Luke.
Vader then turned his back to Luke, looking down upon his fallen master.
Now we can rule this galaxy as father and son.
Before Vader is able to finish his statement, he feels a burning sensation in the middle of his chest. He peered down to see a blue lightsaber piercing him through his back. Vader fell to the ground as his breathing came to a slow, eventually stopping completely. Luke stood over his fallen father's body, contemplating what he's done. You see, Luke knew who Vader was, and all the things he's done. Once again, although Luke's heart said save his father, his mind told him to do what's right and end the Sith. This decision he made harkens back to when he was on Dagobah, when he listened to his brain over his heart. So I'm going to end this theory here, because I want to hear what you guys think would happen next. Did Luke make the right decision? Was Vader truly too evil to be left alive? What will Luke do now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe if you guys enjoy my videos, and until tomorrow guys, we'll see ya. Peace.